For 18 years, James has believed that Chelsea was not his daughter. You see, his wife, Crystal, cheated on him with his best friend. And shortly after he found out about the affair, she found out she was pregnant. He forgave her and raised Chelsea. But whenever they argued, he threw the affair in Crystal's face. And Chelsea was caught in the middle. But today, James and Chelsea took a DNA test, and we'll find out if James has been raising another man's child for 18 years. Take a look.
My father's a great father because he's always been there for me when I've needed him, to when I needed to talk. Whenever I had issues or did have to go to the hospital, he was always there. Always kept us healthy and fed and with a home. I found out that my dad might not be my father a couple years back in a conversation that brought it up. The story that I've heard that the reason he might not be my dad is because my mom, I believe I heard that my mom had cheated on my dad prior to me being born, so that there was a possibility that he isn't my father because of when she messed around with someone else. When I heard about this, I didn't have too much emotion to it because it was kind of just a shock. And I didn't really want it to be true or believe that it was ever could be true. This probably affected my dad because the fact that he has raised me my entire life, and then he just might not have two daughters as he's always wanted. He's always like just one blood daughter. To find out that I'm not his would probably be pretty sad for him. Today I hope that I find out that he is my dad. That way there's no more question about it. I would like all this to be in the past after we find out the truth.
James, that's your daughter on the tape. What has she meant to you throughout the years?
She's been my world. I mean, she's everything. I mean, from her first step to starting to ride a bike to going with me riding on the four-wheelers, gym buggying, taught her how to drive a truck. I mean, everything is my world. I couldn't think of one day without her.
Now, it's funny because we have daughters about the same age, and my daughter's about to go off to college, and I catch myself thinking about memories over the past 18 years. Do you have a favorite moment with her?
Yeah, I guess my favorite moment would be when she turned 15 and a half, and I took her down to get her permit, and she passed it the first try.
That's a good moment.
She had to drive me out after that, so.
That's a good moment for both of you, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was an awesome moment.
So was there ever a time during these 18 years that the relationship was anything other than dad and daughter?
No, sir. It's always been dad and daughter. I mean, I don't think I could wish for anything better than that.
But, I mean, you never treated her any differently because there was some doubts in the back of your mind?
No, sir.
When did you start having doubts?
Right after she told me she was pregnant, because I knew she had cheated on me and just didn't know, because the time frame was same time, and it's like,
Now, I'm curious, why did you stay with her saying, hey, I slept with your best friend?
Well, I came from a broken home and figured this kid needed a father or somebody to stay with Crystal. I mean, I loved her as well and wanted to get through the whole cheating thing with her.
And after she told you that and she was pregnant, how was your relationship with her?
It was rocky at first couple of years.
But you got past it.
I did, yes, sir.
But I'm told that when you guys do argue, you throw that up in her face.
I do occasionally, yes, sir.
Do you think if this DNA test comes back and Chelsea's your daughter, do you think that would help ease the cheating part of it with your wife?
Yes, sir. Yeah. I think it would dramatically. Because it's always been in the back of my head, that whole thing, as in, once I know she's mine, then yeah, we'll forget all about that.
Time-wise, it definitely is a chance that he is the father.
I'd say there's a 50-50.
That's a big chance. All right, let's meet your wife, Crystal.
Hi,
How you
Steve.
doing, Crystal?
Oh, I'm good. How are you?
Good. You seem very emotional right now.
A little bit.
And why is that?
It's just an emotional day, I guess. You know, I want to find out. I want to I really don't have any doubt in my mind, but I really want to know for everybody's sake.
No. Is Chelsea there?
Yep, she's here.
Let's bring
Come
her
on,
in.
Chelsea.
Hi, Chelsea.
Hello.
And I understand that you're pregnant now,
Yes.
and are you very excited about that?
Well, yes, definitely.
Now, James, you obviously know the story of your mother made a mistake 18 years ago during the time when you were conceived, that maybe there's a chance that another man could be your biological father. But I want to hear, how would you describe James?
My dad is amazing. He's always there. Great. Best father ever.
So nothing would ever change for you about looking at him, feeling about him that he's your dad.
No, nothing would ever change.
Not at all.
Nope.
How old were you found out that that another man might be your actual biological father?
I was probably around the age of 13 years old when I found out.
And how did you react to that?
I didn't have too much of a reaction, just hoping it wasn't true.
Right. And so even now, for the past 5 years, has this something you thought a lot about?
Not too much, just whenever we talk about it, we think about it, and obviously.
Yeah. But being a soon-to-be mom, it probably is better to know, because with the medical histories and everything else, for your child to know the medical background. So it doesn't sound like, no matter what these results are, that anything would really change other than James being a little devastated, right?
Right.
But as far as the family unit goes, all three of you are in agreement that nothing changes.
Nothing
Not at all.
If he is the biological father, when you do argue, a certain particular incident will no longer be thrown in your face.
Amen.
Amen. Are you sure you want this result?
Yes.
You guys are ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. Waiting 18 years for this. James took a DNA test whether or not he is the biological father to Chelsea. And the DNA test results come back that James, you are Chelsea's father.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. 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 Oh my God. Oh.
See, you're running for nothing. Stop crying.
Well, we obviously know who the most relieved person is.
Yes.
How you feeling there, Crystal?
I'm alright, but I'm very relieved. Thank you, Steve, so much. Like, you don't know how much I appreciate all this and everything you guys have done for us.
Just looking at your expression, I can imagine you're really emoting being relieved.
Yes.
Yeah. James, what's running through your head right now?
Oh, I'm happy. This couldn't be the better day in the world.
Yeah.
This is it.
I mean, for Chelsea, you're probably the least affected by this because, when you come into this world, if all you know is James is your dad, then a DNA test is really not going to change that much for you. But for James and Crystal, this is a huge thing.
It is.
Yeah. How excited are the two of you that you're going to be grandparents?
I'm very excited. I'm so excited. It's crazy. I'm so excited.
The next 3 months can't come fast enough.
Okay.
Yeah, the next 3 months can't come fast enough.
I have to ask, we won't have to do a DNA test with this child?
No. No DNA test for this one.
Okay. Well, listen, we're really happy with these results. We're all happy that you got great news. And I hope, like I said, I hope this helps in the future. No more doubts. No more throwing up regrets from, mistakes from 18 years ago. And good luck with your pregnancy. And I hope you have a nice, beautiful, healthy child.
All right. Thank you, Steve.
Thank you, Steve, so
Take
much.
care.
We really appreciate you.
Bye-bye.